Hi, I'm Erica P. You're watching Bossup.com.
Hi, how are you?
My lady, this is my friend Erica.
I'm sorry to hear about everything that happened.
What's everything that happened?
You know, what happened with the pregnancy. I'm sorry about that.
When I brought up Bambi's miscarriage at Scrappy's party, obviously this is a scene in the show, right? And so when I come to his party, I already was hearing things in the street, and I was already hearing things directly from Scrappy. I wanted to meet with Bambi before any of this ever happened.
But I'm saying, like, who the is she to be knowing my business?
Well, you told me everything, though. Hold
on. She said out her mouth, according to Scrappy, I don't want to meet with her. I don't have nothing to say to her. Okay, that's fine. Then you stay over there and that's cool. I found out about the miscarriage through Scrappy, but in the beginning I was very, apologetic about the whole situation. After that, she had made some comments between her and her little friends about an abusive relationship that I was in prior to Love and Hip Hop even coming to me. Before I even met Scrappy, she brought up some very personal things that involved me and my child. And so at that point, I didn't have any sympathy for what came out of my mouth, because I knew it wasn't nice to meet you. Like when she was at the bar and said to Mama D, oh, I don't know her. Boo, you know my Twitter, you knew my Instagram, you knew my phone number, you knew everything. You knew who I was, but you didn't want to meet with me because you was afraid of the things I would say. Because you and I both know, she and I both know, that I know some information that is far from matching the humble wifey role that she's playing right now. I've never been a side piece. Like, you can ask any rapper in this game, you can ask athletes, you can ask actors. A lot of people respect me. A lot of people that actually do matter to me, they respect me. So, because they really know who I am and what I'm about. I'm not about even arguing with a chick. I'm not about drama with a chick. I'm about uplifting women and empowering women. What I see, if it walks like this and it talks like that, I gotta treat it like that. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, I just felt like she was way out of pocket for everything she did. She had sex with one of my friend's husbands knowing that he was a married man in exchange for gifts or whatnot. And like, she was looking for her. My friend was looking for Bambi, and Bambi supposedly, denies the claim or whatever. But I can have her call up anybody. Like, we can bring it up. It doesn't matter. A lot of people in the city know about it. And that's not the only person. You know what I'm saying? But don't come for me and try to label me as a side piece when, boo, I've never been the side of anything. I've always been the state. So it's like, I just don't understand why you're trying to flip it on me, all your stuff on me, because I know you for real, like what you about. I don't know you personally, but I know what you about. When I heard this bitch, that's when y'all see me doing the hold up. That's when y'all see me do that, because I'm just like, calm down. Like, shorty, you said some offensive things to me about an abusive relationship that involved me and a baby. Like, that's vulgar. So I don't care about you and your miscarriage, because the next day after the supposed miscarriage, my friend was in Taboo too, and she was turned up with a bottle to the mouth. So first of all, if y'all stop the camera, rewind, actually when she swung, I pulled my head back, and when I came back, there was a photographer there actually, and he hit me up on IG like, yo, it's funny because I seen when you clucked shorty upside the right with your purse, and your purse went flying. And clearly when I ran back in the club, I didn't have no purse. I'm running in the club back because security yanked both of us away from each other. There's never going to be a real fight on reality TV, people. Wake up. In real life, I will never lose to a female. That doesn't make sense to me, because it doesn't matter how big you are. I will never lose to a female. So I just don't understand how you thought you hit me. And then the Chinese sound effects from the movie, that really killed me. Like, I was there and shorty was there and everybody else was there, and the world thinks that they saw something that never happened. And then the second time, Mama D asked us both to come together and talk about what happened at the party. Okay, I agreed. I sit down at the table, and the edited version was the clean version when she said she doesn't have a position. When Mama D was trying to just talk and explain and mediate, you want to just be a ratchet like you are. And she was like, that bitch don't have a position. So I smiled, because I really smiled because I didn't want to lose it. Like, I really didn't. And the smile was kind of like I was trying to tell myself to calm down, but the Boston in me, the Caribbean in me, the lefty in me, everything just like came out, and I wasn't going, because she's not a woman. So all that empowerment stuff, understand nobody's perfect. So as y'all are all looking at me and studying me, study yourself too, because ain't nobody perfect. So as I will walk around and talk about God and talk about empowering women, I will also pop that ass if you jump out of line. So that's what happened, and she got popped a couple of times, because Mama D's even in the interview, y'all need to do your research, and she's talking about how in real life you really got popped a few times, Bambi. That's why your voice was doing all this in the bathroom when you was mad at Mama D. Why you mad? You thought we set you up. You was telling Love and Hip Hop you thought we set you up. Ain't nobody set you up.